Nikki and I first met through social media, casually chatting and getting to know each other. It was all lighthearted fun until one day, Nikki made a shocking confession. Lately, there's this guy who's been obsessing over my daily life. He keeps sending me messages and gifts, and it's getting creepy. The man, named Ben, had been following Nikki around since their college days, obsessing over her. As Valentine's Day approached, his actions became more intense. He left chocolates at her door with unsettling messages, and Nikki could no longer hide her fear. I assured her, "I won't leave you alone. If he shows up again, we'll go to the police together." On Valentine's Day evening, during our dinner, we noticed a suspicious man lurking outside the restaurant. He wore a dark cap and had a menacing expression as he stared at us. Our hearts froze. Later that night, when Nikki and I returned to my rental house, we heard an eerie noise breaking the silence. A beach chair had been knocked over in the backyard, and soon, we spotted a shadow moving within the bushes. At that moment, I knew it was Ben. I confronted him and immediately called the police. Nikki gathered evidence and filed a formal complaint. Ben was eventually charged, and Nikki obtained a restraining order for her safety. That night, despite the lingering fear, our resolve to protect each other grew stronger. A few years ago, my boyfriend and I made special reservations for a romantic Valentine's Day dinner. When we arrived at the restaurant, a couple approached us with eager smiles. "Hello, we're photographers. You two look like such a lovely couple who'd love to take some pictures of you." They introduced themselves as the Grady couple and, after noticing the long wait time at the restaurant, offered to take us to their studio instead. But something felt off. My boyfriend and I politely declined. Even during dinner, we couldn't shake off the eerie feeling of being watched. Later, when we stopped by a mini golf course, we noticed an unfamiliar car trailing us. As paranoia crept in, we hid inside our vehicle in the parking lot. Moments later, in the dimly lit road ahead, we saw a car following us closely, creeping forward. We quickly pulled into a CVS parking lot, hoping to lose them. Then, outside, we heard voices low and threatening. Grady shouting, "We're not going to let you go." The police arrived and conducted an investigation, but the Grady's true intentions remained a mystery. To this day, every Valentine's Day brings back chilling memories of that night. This final story is about an experience that left me shaken. One evening, I reactivated a dating app to combat loneliness and matched with a woman named Alex. She was charming, and we decided to meet on Valentine's Day. Our date was seemingly normal, watching a movie, grabbing dinner, and taking a stroll through the city. As the night deepened, we naturally ended up at my apartment. Everything seemed to be going smoothly. Until 3 a.m., Alex had gone to the bathroom, and a heavy silence settled in. Hours passed. At 5:30 a.m., I woke up to find her side of the bed empty. Something felt wrong. I cautiously scanned the dark room and saw a shadowy figure standing in the corner. It was Alex. Startled, I reached out to her shoulder, but before I could say anything, she spun around and let out a piercing scream, lunging at me with unexpected strength. Her face was twisted in a mix of rage and terror. She shoved me with a force I couldn't comprehend. Everything turned into chaos. After a few seconds of sheer panic, Alex abruptly gathered her belongings and vanished into the night, leaving me alone in the wreckage of my apartment. A foul odor lingered in the air, and the bathroom was left in a horrifying state. When I reported the incident to the police, I discovered that Alex had completely erased her digital presence. She had vanished without a trace. Since that night, my trust in dating app sand people has never been the same.